Up till now, you're the only one I can put my finger on.
Yes? And you're gonna keep on putting your finger on me, aren't you? Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now.
Could we say it a different way, maybe? I like the French. J'accuse. Let's don't put the finger on anybody. Hello, friends. Joel Sharpton here, one half of the Articulate Coven, and we are continuing our watch of the OG supernatural soap opera, Dark Shadows. When last we left our heroes in Collinsport, well, the shit had hit the fan, proverbially. Speaking in speaking in proverbs. Yeah, okay, so the last episode was not great, but in particular we had the stinger where Burke mentioned that they had caught a little boy trying to break into his hotel room. This was after the warrant was served searching his room. So it would have been too late for him to plant the thing there, but David had actually tried to break in. I still want to know, how did David get to town? I hope we learn today on Dark Shadows.
A 9-year-old boy, driven by fear and desperation, has disappeared from Collinwood.
We know where he went. Okay, so our sheriff's back. That's Actor 1. Burke Devlin's Actor 2.
I just called the hotel. They told me you searched my room. You have no right to do that.
Calm down.
Now, wait a minute. He was in Bangor when he called the hotel. He would have had, I don't know, how far is Bangor from Collinsport?
What do you have to hide, Burke?
Now, see, that is a cold open. I'm telling you. I love this guy. I love Joe Haskell, and I love our sheriff. These are the two people in town with good sense. Seriously, look at the. I guess it's kerning. I think that. Why is all the text slanted?
Because you had no right to do it without a search.
Without a search warrant? If I had one, Burke. It's right here in this mess on my desk. If I can find it, here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the search warrant would have been right up on top of the desk, but fair enough.
Well, he and that family railroaded me into prison 10 years ago. And I haven't forgotten it. And it's not going to happen again.
Okay, Burke, see, that's the sort of thing that you don't say to the police when you're under investigation for attempted murder.
About the fact that a car did go off the road. And Roger Collins was almost killed. And if you didn't do it, Burke, who did?
Well, I mean, first of all, good transition. Good transitions. Good transitions. Oh, I love it. That's your job, Mr. Popo. That is, Burke Devlin is not a state employee of Maine and does not get paid to solve crimes.
I don't want anything.
Oh, of course you do. Now you get up on one of these stools while I go back there and see what I can cook up.
All right, that's 4 actors. We've got our cop, Burke, and Maggie and David. My guess is we get Roger towards the end to collect David.
You know, as a matter of fact, I was hoping your father would be coming in tonight. Kind of anxious to talk to him. Do you know where he is?
At the office, I guess.
Don't you know?
I told you. At the office.
Ah.
What office is that exactly? What does Roger do other than throw accusations at Burke? Disagree with his sister.
Well, how'd you get into town anyway?
With my father.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Yeah, I thought we might get an answer for a minute. She gonna call Raj.
Well, if the New York Police Department has all that money to spend on phone calls, it's all right with me. Did you come up with anything? I see. Can I call you back in 10 minutes? Good. Talk to you.
Okay, well, at least he didn't go further and actually mention out loud I'm just investigating Mr. Devlin here. Like, goodness gracious, what are you doing, man?
Up till now, you're the only one I can put my finger on.
Yes? And you're gonna keep on putting your finger on me, aren't you? Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now.
Could we say it a different way, maybe? I like the French. J'accuse. Let's don't put the finger on anybody.
I came to this town for a visit. And I don't want you hounding me for something I didn't do.
Hound you, Burke? I wouldn't think of it.
Yeah, man, you were leaving pauses in that long enough to drive a Mack truck through. Felt like it was a scene cut out of Rocky Horror Picture Show there, Burke. The lady doth protest too much, don't you think? I don't know. Maybe that's his plan. Clearly that's his plan, but like, I think he could have taken it a little easy on this. They don't have anything.
What do you call searching my room? What do you call asking people in New York questions about me? Don't try to tell me that that phone call wasn't about me.
You know something, Burke? You're beginning to sound more and more like a man with a guilty conscience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Frank Palmer.
Say, would you like another one?
Okay, I really thought we were going to see the phone call. I guess they didn't want to spring for the the voice on the phone again. I mean, I don't know. They could just do what Liz Stoddard always does and just like race through the conversation one-sided. Hey, it's Maggie. Yes, absolutely. Can I speak to Roger Collins? Uh-huh. Yeah, Mr. Collins, your son is here at the restaurant. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, you're coming to get him? All right, excellent. It's a very spooky situation, Mr. Collins. All right, bye-bye. Anyway, let's find out. My guess is it's Roger that shows up to get him.
Could I?
Sure. You go right around that counter, and I'll give you a full set of instructions.
I swear to God, whoever it is, and I'm assuming it's Roger, is jogging up and down in front of the door, warming up, just offset. Watch. See? He's jumping up and down.
Looking for someone?
No.
Okay, as an actor, I have absolutely done that. You hype yourself up off stage, but you got to be out of sight lines. Somebody's got to be able to tell him, "Hey, Raj, we can see you through that door."
The hotel clerk just told me that you were trying to get into Burke Devlin's room.
That's not true. The door was open. I was just looking.
Any particular reason? Hey, where are you going?
I don't want the sundae.
So did David, I guess David got into the room. I wonder if it got planted.
You know, it is getting pretty lonely in here, and that Sunday's going to go to waste. Say.
Yeah, let's give the gremlin child a second Sunday. I think that's an excellent idea. Look through the door for him, Maggie.
Oh, Mr. Collins, I'm so anxious to see you. I've kept him here as long as I could. He was hanging around in the lobby. I thought you'd never get here.
Well, I have a few other things to do besides chasing all over town after my son. Where is he?
Well, he was here just a minute ago, believe me.
Nobody's going to look behind the counter? Like, actually go behind the... You people. A Post-it note.
If he does rematerialize, do me a favor. Don't call me again.
How will he get home?
Well, he found his own way into town, didn't he? I'm sure he can solve that problem, too. But tell him to warn himself that he's in for a good, solid lecture.
Yeah, that's definitely that's going to make him sit still this time, Raj. Like, just Father of the Year over here, isn't he, people?
Well, I don't know. Pop was just acting so strange.
Did they talk about me?
Then he is involved.
Did they talk about me? That's roughly 50% of the dialogue in this show, I think.
Burke used to pose for my Pop.
Oh, that's what they were discussing.
Every time they say it, it sounds strange. Want you to paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
What do you think of that, Roger? I'm going to be preserved in oils. Maggie, do you have any of that lobster roll left in the kitchen? Railroad me out of town like you did 10 years ago?
I'm going to get rid of you, Burke, one way or the other.
It won't work. Not this time.
Again, both of these men could very much stand to have a rewrite done by a PR committee or something. Like, just, sir, could we maybe not with the threats in public at the hotel restaurant, actually?
What you are, you're nothing but an ex-convict who managed to pick up a little money.
It's more than a little money, Raj. Seems like, based on previous conversations with Bronson, he could buy and sell you a few times over, actually, and is planning to do so. So, you know. I'm sorry, business daddy.
I failed and I went off that road. You signed your way right back into prison.
I'm not there yet.
You will be.
The chambermaid left the door open and he decided to look around. Just curious, I guess.
Maggie, when it comes to that family, nobody's just curious.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I literally just said earlier that 50% of the dialogue in the show is, was it about me? But like, in this case, Burke's right.
The last time I remember seeing him at the house, I was just a kid.
Just about 10 years ago.
I think so. It was just about the time of your trial.
That's right.
Bum, bum, bum.
From what I can find out, the detective's job was to dig up information about you and your family. So that same question I asked Burke, I hope you can answer. Do you have anything to hide?
Oh, how the turns have tabled. Raj don't want to talk about the past. I'm thinking about the future. I'm looking forward. Never mind behind.
Well, if you see him again, would you tell him I've had enough of the Collins family for one day? And don't worry, Maggie.
Me? I never worry.
Future fan of Mad Magazine, clearly. What, me worry? Listen, if you're watching Dark Shadows with me, you probably do remember Mad Magazine and Alfred Newman or Albert Newman. What was he? He was Newman was his last name, right? The guy on Mad Magazine? In the phone booth. And there's our episode conclusion. Okay, The Fugitive, as played by David Collins. This is probably my favorite episode yet. Excellent, excellent. Can't wait to see where this goes. We are rounding 30 here. I do want to remind you, if you're watching these on YouTube, you can get them early and ad-free on our Patreon, articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. We do this. We're doing a watch and reaction with my wife to Wolf Like Me from Peacock. My co-host from Articulate Coven, Ashley, she and her husband are currently doing Fall of the House of Usher from Netflix. Those are like full podcast episodes. And then, of course, our main podcast, Articulate Coven, is all about Anne Rice and the TV shows that AMC has created based on her works. We'll be back in just a minute with episode 29 of Dark Shadows. Thank you for watching.